And we are underway from Bolton semifinal game number 2. This is the Northwood Lady Gators and the Glenmora Lady Wildcats. It has been one of those types of days, and we expect nothing less than that from this game. Last time we saw the Northwood Lady Gators, they were battling for that trip down to the state championship. This one thing about this Glenmora squad is that they will come after you the entire time, and Northwood is going to be up to the challenge, we believe. There is Martin battling around. Ball back into Landon Wells. She's their sharpshooter, misses that one. Rebound is controlled and brought out of there by Williams. Alondra Williams gets it down the floor. Rihanna battles. She is the spark plug for this team. Big rebound and board there with Nakaya Allen. Nakaya Allen gets the first bucket of the game.
And good afternoon. And yes, as you see, home is going to be for the Wildcats.
Home is Northwood. No, that's right. You're right. The visitor in this one. Chuck's got me straight.
That's okay. Visitors is Northwood, and your home team is the Wildcats of Glenmora. So I don't call them the wrong name.
Correct.
Well.
Yeah, getting ready to get this thing going on here. It's been a quick trip through there. Chuck, I'll let you describe the action as I get this, as I get the correct link posted onto our Facebook page.
Yes, indeed. And for all those folks that are joining us on Facebook or Boxcast or even through YouTube, we appreciate you joining us. But obviously being here is the best thing in the world to do. The Northwood Gators are bringing the ball up the court and dishing it off around the outside of the perimeter there. There's 3 underneath to an open player. Just a missed shot off the bottom of the goal. Glenmora gets it back. I believe that was, goodness gracious, I'm trying to pull the name out from memory. And driving around from a nice pick set. And for a nice, easy layup, number 10 with.
There you go. That's Yancey back in it. Natalie Yancey, she had a big game. She had 11 in that first game for Glenmora. Had a big win here over Bolton. Kicked back around to the near side is Johnson. Back inside. Look, I'm just the passing. That's Nakaya Allen. She gets another basket in there. And you're going to see plenty of that tonight, Chuck.
Just positioning underneath the goal there in the paint. She's controlling that area. Oh, goodness, a wide open Branch down there.
Yeah, the run out, and that is Branch, who is equal, gave it the other way. It looked like it should be 4-4 in this one, and
yes, I believe so.
The clock went the other way. There it should, yeah, there it goes back. Coach Cooper and this Northwood team are so solid. There's a three-pointer that's up and launched, and it's good. And that's Alondra Williams that brings that three-pointer home. You know, that was the problem that we had. Correction. I think that was Battles that had the 3. It's the hair that hangs down over the numbers on all of those teams.
Charge.
Going to be an offensive foul going back. 23 is going to pick up the first foul. That's Nakaya Allen. She gets the foul there. And again, all we have are the starters numbers for Northwood. So 7-4 in this one. Give Battles that 3 from earlier. Here comes pressure from Glenmora, but they've seen it all tournament long. That's out to Wells. Wells throws this one back in. Yancey's got it at the top of the key, working her way in, kicks it over to Baltazar. Baltazar unready, not ready for it.
Unready is a good word.
Unready is a good word. Inside to Branch. She's going to have her work cut out for, and equal to the task there is Branch.
Nice little bank shot off the glass there. We had a good spin on it to get it there.
7-6 in this one. Three-pointer is up, and it's good. That is Deja Johnson who comes in with the 3. Most of these names back from that team from last year. Remember, we talked about how young they were in their run for it last year. There goes Wells, gets it off to Martin. Martin unable to connect there. Yancey puts this one up, and she gets it to fall.
Nicely done. They are not backing down at all from the big Northwood Lena team.
Not in the slightest. We appreciate folks that are joining on now. We finally got the links posted and all that set up. Didn't miss anything. Just joining us, it's 10-8 in this one.
Northwood leading.
Northwood, the visiting team on here. Wells making her way around. It's Landon Wells. Throws across court, jumping into Battles and stealing that one. She's going to get the steal. Oh, misses that one. Camping out underneath is Aubrey Martin.
Yep.
Going to pick up the foul on Battles. That will be her first foul. 1 foul, 3 points on the day for Battles. First personal foul, first team. Yancey's got it now. Pretty good pressure there by Fisher. Back to the top to Wells. She spots up for the three, misses that one. She had 4 3-pointers in that first game earlier in the day. Going to pick up the foul is Yancey. That's her first personal. First team for Glenmora. 2:56, rapidly moving first quarter of play here.
Both of these teams vying for that championship round tomorrow.
Yes, looking to get forward, looking to see the Oak Hill Lady Rams in that contest tomorrow put on such a smothering, dominating performance. Just intensity on defense. No matter which team is in that one, it's going to be battle, whether it's a Glenmora Oak Hill game or a Northwood Lena Oak Hill game. Going to be out on the baseline, so things slowed down just a little bit from the pace. We understand our link wasn't working earlier. Getting that, we lost our internet feed for just a moment. Again, nobody underneath, but the pass sails over the head of Branch. Unable to control this one. And a rare turnover for this Lady Wildcat team. Great crowd has made their way in here tonight to see a fantastic basketball game. Pass around to the near side. That one is up. Misses the three. Does Fisher. Back to the top as Northwood, the Lady Gators, control. And at the top of the key is Alondra Williams. She gets it back over now to the near side. And Allen receives once again. She'll put the three up. Misses that. Rebound controlled by Yancey. And Glenmora looks to get out and run. Trying to split the defenders, but unable to do so as Northwood's defense was there off the foot. That time of Allen, and into the backcourt goes the ball. They're going to call a backcourt violation.
A little slow on that one, but I guess she was just checking to make sure that from the other referee on the other side that was one of the Northwood Gators that threw the ball.
Well, they looked to make sure that it wasn't tipped either there. Under 2 minutes to go, first quarter of play, 10-8. Northwood has the lead. Yancey trying for the equalizer. Gets it to bounce around, unable to get it. Slaps the ball out of there, but it is controlled by Northwood. Coming up trying to make a play there was Martin, unable to do so, and Northwood off and running. That one, errant shot controlled by Branch. She gets out, starts the run out. Once again, Yancey to Martin, no good. Rebound controlled, going to be picked up a foul, and if that's on Yancey, that's going to be her second, and in fact it is. Have not seen Natalie Yancey in foul trouble at all, and Glenmora is going to get the timeout and try to slow things down a little bit, Chuck, with just a minute to go here in the first quarter.
Yes, indeed. Not quite as fast pace as that game with Plainview and Oak Hill, but definitely not at a snail's pace either.
No, it started out that way, indeed, but it is slowed down here in this one. But it's both teams; they're just so defensively solid that they're able to get in there and just hang around and hang around.
Oh yes, indeed, and I mean they're just you can see their positioning to make the pass or make themselves available for a pass. Well coached by both squads here.
Indeed, they are. Coach Cooper for that Northwood team, Coach Sweat for the Glenmora Lady Wildcats, and a lot of followers from this Glenmora team. We were able to post some stuff on the buzzer beater from yesterday. There's been a couple of those in there. And great to see everybody following along. If this is the first time that you've joined us here, we appreciate you being here. Those folks that have made their way over onto Boxcast, you can watch that in a lot of different places.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Dumped down low. Not really able to control it, but a big block by Branch. She's got another 2 blocks in a row.
Wow.
And look, that's on Nakaya Allen, who is a monster down in the paint herself.
Absolutely. I'm sure there's going to be some return favors going on there.
Yeah, just punch and counter punch in this game. Good pressure by that Northwood Lady Gators team, trying to get it inside the Branch. And Allen says no. Great save on the edge by Johnson. And going to the deck that time is Nakaya Allen. (10-8) Northwood. This game, it's been without a basket in about the last 3.5, 4 minutes.
Yes, and it's like 25 seconds left in this period already.
It got to 10-8, and I just believe we're going to have that battle a long time. Chuck's going to keep calling it periods, and I'm going to keep calling it quarters.
I think I'm saying quarters, and I paused for a moment because I thought I just ate my Thanksgiving turkey. I think that's my point to where I start changing over.
Right. Under 10 seconds to go. Yancey's got it, trying to tie things up before, but Northwood Lena not wanting that to happen at all. Queen of the buzzer beaters misses that one. That would have been too good of an end of a quarter right there.
A little bit outside of her range there, and Northwood is putting on some really good pressure on her.
Look, defending the ball all the way out is what's happening, and goodness, we're glad to see this first quarter. And no, the scoring is not there, but I'm telling you, the defense, the pressure, the denial, all of that's there.
Denial.
Now, don't say it. Don't say it.
I'm not. Fish are friends, not food.
Tomorrow, 2 o'clock, is the championship game, and you'll be able to see it on our Boxcast TV channel. We will share the link once again on our Twitter page at 446, or it's Voice for Hire 9901 if you're following on our Twitter page, or go to 446 Sports, and you will be able to pull up the link for that one. We post it on our Twitter page and over on our Facebook page. Here, music going that we own 0 rights to, of course.
I was just going to say, and our little disclaimer we have to throw in there every so often. We are not playing this music. It's just happened to be coming over our microphones.
See the coaches and some of the players that have stuck around from Oak Hill. Some of the parents are out there, too, looking to see who they're going to play in their championship game tomorrow. Coach Casey West and that group out there sticking around, watching a little bit of basketball.
And no scout better than actually watching a live video of it, of either team that you're going to be going up against. So you're getting a really good view of it.
They could do that here. Glad to see everybody getting on board. Couldn't do this without our sponsors, Jason Hawk Farm Bureau, for all of the work that he does for youth all over Central Louisiana. Not just what we do, but he's out. Seems like everywhere you see him, he's giving some recognition to the youth, and even saw it getting down into the junior highs. And so great work by Jason Hawk Farm Bureau.
Absolutely, and we appreciate him very much right there in Pineville.
Of course, Walk-On's our title sponsor. If you're looking for something to do out of here, head on over to Walk-On's and grab dinner.
Yes, indeed. Great stuff over there.
Top of the key, moving it around that Northwood team, clearing up cross-court passes. That 3-ball from the corner is good.
Yet again,
and that is Rihanna Battles.
It's her second one, I believe, of the night.
Yeah, she's plenty more where that came from, she says. Good pressure by this Northwood team, and a traveling violation. As you're seeing 3 people on the ball just about every time the ball is touched.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's a good zone pressure defense they have going on.
13-8 now, Northwood with the lead. And the ball, Baltazar up at the top of the key on pressure, jumping into the lane. Is Yancey unable to get to that one? Errant pass, but corralled in by Battles near the midcourt line. Williams gets the pass over to Battles. Battles looking to get something to happen. Good defense by this Lady Wildcats team now. unable to find an open shot anywhere you go, and backing it out, starting things over once again, over into the corner to Fisher. Fisher back to the top. Swinging it around, Fisher's made her way to this corner, unable to nail that three. Rebound controlled by Yancey, and she looks to run, but there's the pressure over to Wells. Landon Wells making her way around. Good pressure up front again. That is Williams that's on top. Double dribble. Has picked up the dribble, and I mean, what else you do? It's just
5 seconds or
non-stop pressure by this Northwood team.
Clean pressure at that.
Oh, absolutely it is. And look, Coach Cooper stays on her players as much as these players stay on top of their defenders.
Yeah, and it's intense out there. I mean, it's clean, intense. They're in your face, but it's going to cause you to make silly mistakes.
Shot is up, no good there. Controlled by Wells. She gets it back out to Martin. Martin looking to get up and go. Not as much pressure this time. Out in man now. Branch looking, drops, and that's a return that you talked about. That's a block by Allen on Branch. Branch brings this one in. Martin trying to get something going, but unable to. And so you know that Allen was looking for that return block that Branch had given earlier. There's Yancey. Puts this one up, misses that three. Branch controls the rebound, goes up, unable to control and put it back in. Working our way down the field, the court now are the Lady Gators.
And a charge. Oh,
they're going to call the block.
She stepped.
They're going to call the block on Landon Wells. Wells picks up her second personal foul here in this one. And a timeout is taken. Full timeout. We'll take a 30-second right here with them. Be right back after this.
The fine folks at BK Distributors want to thank all the educators for weathering the storms, so to speak, through 2020 and beyond. Thank you for your dedication to our children. The end of the school year awards are now available. Any type of award, trophies, banners, plaques, they do it all at BK Distributors. So with school almost out, that means summer leagues are in full swing. New items, same great prices, and fast turnaround. BK Distributors, Highway 20 in East Pineville behind Arby's.
Back to live action we go. Following the timeouts, our man Lamar Gafford doing great work down on the end lines, getting things up quicker than it. The next best thing to live is Lamar Gafford.
I agree, and Prime Time does great prime time work.
He does. Now getting back to the free throw line for two shots here. Northwood Lady Gators looking to extend their lead. Started out, Glenmora had things rolling, but it's been all all Northwood since they got that pressure defense going.
Yes.
16-8 now, doubling up Glenmora, but again, no quit in this Glenmora team. Going to be a battle throughout. Second free throw is up, and it's good as well. 17-8.
Yeah, if you tune in to watch, if you're tuning in to watch on either Boxcast or any of the other ones, Boxcast has an opportunity to do a donation. We are providing this free to everyone, but it would be wonderful to have donations too. We definitely wouldn't turn those away, but anything is always helpful to help us continue to do these things.
There goes Mark. Great save by Yancey. Back into Branch. Branch going to the basket's going to draw the foul. Picking up the foul there is Rena Fisher. That's just her first personal foul. Very fundamentally sound and disciplined defense by this Lady Gators team. Branch up with the free throw, misses that. Short, bounces around and out of there. Checking back in, number 1, Deja Johnson.
For number 3.
Yeah, you'll see Fisher come out of there. Picking up her first foul, coming over, getting a little bit of instruction. Branch looking to hit the second one, does not do it.
Great camera work by our cameraman, D'Lo.
D'Lo making things happen tonight.
Yes, indeed.
again, Coach Keller and that group here at Bolton just opening up and so hospitable. Principal Mr. Vines, a great job. Got to meet and talk to him yesterday. That bucket is up and good. Battles has that one. And 8 points now for her. Martin has it across midcourt. Kicks it back out to Wells. She needs to get hot and does. Buries that three. That's the first one that she's got in this semifinal game, 19-11.
Yeah, she was raining threes in the last matchup they had.
She did had 4 3-pointers in that one. Ball kicked inside to Allen, but Yancey says not so fast. Now she's going, carries the ball. She's looking for a crossover dribble. You don't see that called an awful lot. But the letter of the law, it certainly was.
Yes, indeed.
Again, we appreciate Louisiana Eye and Laser Center as our scoreboard sponsor. You see the other sponsors rolling around in the corner. You've seen them a lot on the commercials tonight.
Yes.
Also 19-11 throughout the day they have been. And we've got one more in this one. That's tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Cross-court pass. 3-pointer is up, and it rolls in and out of there. Branch controls the rebound, going to get fouled.
Yep.
And that's Allen going to pick up her second personal foul. I think, Chuck, the way you get to this Northwood team is you got to drive in there and get some of these superstars fouled out of there. Yeah. They've got 3 college signees out on the floor.
Oh, yes, indeed they do. And, you know, to get to Northwood, it is a drive up I-49 there as well.
On the baseline, ball is going to be turned back over to Northwood. Nearing halftime, just halfway to just 3:42 remaining. Again, some missed shots in this one, but not a lot of, dare I say, fouling and such that slows the game down. That one goes out of bounds.
I believe it's going to stay with Northwood, yeah.
Just the chemistry between both of these teams. Both teams that we saw in the semifinal games is so solid.
Yes, it is. And, you know, like you said, they have great chemistry. Northwood coming off a great stellar year last year, retaining most of those, I believe.
Indeed, battles with the ball up at the top of the key, gets it around.
And Glenmora is no slouch in what they do either. I mean, they're just known for great basketball programs, girls basketball programs as well. Branch
picks up another foul in this one. If they call it on Branch, that's going to be, goodness, the way I've got it here, that's her 4th. We'll see about that if they go ahead and get her out of there.
I don't see anybody at the scorer's table.
It's been a tough battle down low for Branch, and she is visibly upset on that down in the low block. 20-11, 3.5 to go here until halftime. Battles puts this one up, rolls it around, and gets it in. 10-point lead now for Northwood.
Coach may see this as a learning experience for her.
Good pressure out at the top, but going to pick up the foul. And that is Johnson with the foul, just her first personal. So 2 fouls on Allen and just 1 apiece on the other starters. That may have been just the 3rd foul on Branch as they've not made a move to get her out of here. There's a steal and a turnover by Allen, looking to run. Finds a wide open Alondra Williams for 2. And again, Chuck, you talked about these teams that play in a couple of games today. That's difficult on them.
Yes, indeed. You know, I'd be curious to see how they hold up in that end of the third quarter. I think right now they're okay, but I don't know.
You just see a quicker step out of this Northwood team. And don't get me wrong, they are a very talented Northwood team, but you know, it's been a hard-fought day for this Glenmora team, bouncing around. Yancey unable to get that one to fall. Rebound controlled by Northwood. Allen getting out, looking to run once again for this Lady Gators team. And Wells with a good job stepping in there and making the block. Here comes Baltazar down the court. Gets it back over to Yancey. Yancey puts up the three. Gonna miss that one. Rebound controlled out and off to Northwood. And Johnson making her way down. Gets it into the corner. That corner three is up and no good. Allen is going to be whistled for over the back, we believe.
Yep.
And in fact, she is. That's her third personal foul we know of for sure. And she went up and over the back of Wells that time.
Yes, she did.
And so some of those fouls on Branch were from the earlier. I've got just the one sheet here, so that's the problem that we ran into. It is not 4 fouls on Branch by any means.
Yeah. And you think about a Glenmora team, maybe they only had one game earlier, but they had to be here a whole lot earlier than Northwood team had to be here.
Yeah, they were here for that second game. The 4:30 game was Glenmora, the 3 o'clock game.
Foul on number 1 there for Northwood.
Johnson picks up foul number 2. So the foul's starting to accumulate just a little bit. Remember, that's what got these teams back in it, is these early fouls. And so just getting to the line, down 12 in here.
Number 12 is
Martin,
at the line, trying to shorten it to 11.
Oh, and
goodness.
Wells is hammered as she gets in there for the rebound. And they're going to call
number 3?
Yeah, Sabrina Fisher with foul number 2.
We said number 1, you said number 2, now I said number 3, you said number 2. So I'm not sure what's going on here.
Wells to the free throw line, one of the better shooters for this Glenmora team.
She had that 4-point score earlier.
She did.
It's a 2-shooter, a 1-and-1.
Gets that one. That was the front end of the 1-and-1, and that's just such a huge one to make in there. I know that goes without saying, but
yes.
Second one in there, nothing but net. 23-13. Back on defense is Glenmora, as Martin and Yancey had settled back into their defensive spots. There goes Battles to the basket. She gets it. That's double digits now for Battles. She's got 10 in the first half. Martin trying to get to the basket, trying to dump it off to Branch, but there's a couple of Northwood Lady Gators sitting there. Ball is going to stay to the Lady Wildcats of Glenmora.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good battle on the ground there, on the floor for it, but end up going off of Gator's leg.
Inside, unable to get it, and that's going to be another foul that is called on Alondra Williams, her first, but the team fouls are starting to add up. And we're in the double bonus now. 2 shots. A correction, that was a 2-shot foul. So Yancey puts the first one in, rattles it around, and it goes. 25-14, minute and a half to go.
I do believe Glenmora is accustomed to working the foul troubles of other teams, trying to get them in that.
They drive to the basket, dribble penetration. That has been the key for this Glenmora team. Backing it out is Battles. She's going to take off as much of this time as this Lady Wildcat team will allow, and they'll let them sit back in that zone as long as they want. Jumping in and getting that one is Martin, though. Baltazar looking to get down the court. Dumps that one off to Yancey. And out of bounds. Great job of jumping in there by Aubrey Martin, the 10th grader. Again, so solid these teams are at young ages. Tipped away by Fisher. Minute 10 to go here. 10-point game. Trying to get it under double digits and work on this big lead that Northwood had built up.
Yes, indeed. If they can get a 3 here would be nice, but each come away with 2 would be nice to get a.
Yancey's got it back. She's looking to go, but just intense pressure and a great job defensively by Sabrina Fisher. Forces that out of bounds, but it's going to stay with this Lady Wildcats team. Under a minute, 56.8 to go. Zipping the ball around as frustration starting to mount. Wells diving in. Everybody diving into this one. Held ball. And shaken up just a little bit. It looks like was Battles, as she was at the bottom of that pile and got dived on. No intent for anything, but just getting in there, and it's going to be a held ball possession over to the Lady Wildcats. Timeout on the floor.
Northwood is going to pull a timeout here, it looks like.
Trying to settle things before the half. If you're Northwood and Coach Cooper, saying, look, just stay in, contain, let's keep this lead at 10 to 12 points. And on the other side of it, if you're Coach Sweat, you're like, look, if we can get it to 8 or 7 here without a minute to go, then now we've got an opportunity to come out of this third quarter, and we've taken a little bit of momentum.
Yes, indeed. 7 or less would be definitely the goal, because they actually have time to pull 2 more goals out of this, depending on what Northwood does. If they want to freeze the ball, they'll freeze it. But, you know, they'll go at them. They'll go at it.
Very low-scoring affair here in semifinal game number 2. Not at all what we saw in most of the games, but it's that smothering defense that's put on by this Lady Gators team. We'll see what they're able to do here in the last 48 seconds. Inbounds to Yancey, gets it back up to Martin. And here comes the pressure by Northwood. Williams is out on Martin. Good block that time, set by Branch. Branch with the entry pass in, unable to hold it, and the defense of Northwood forces the turnover. Johnson going to bring the ball down. Correction, that's Battles that has it. Battles was on the bottom of that pile there just a few seconds ago when the diving on was going on. 29 seconds to go here. Jumping into the lane once again was Martin. Doesn't get this one.
Looking for that interception.
Over around the corner to Fisher. Fisher swings it back to the top now, back to this side, and Williams. Battles finding her way in different spots, looking for an open shot, but Glenmora's zone has forced their way out even further now, under 10 seconds. Martin stepping in, and they work the ball inside, just perfect down on the low blocks to get that basket, and that's going to do it for the first half of play, where it has been pretty much controlled by this Northwood Lady Gators team. They lead it 27-15. Oak Hill has already punched their ticket to the championship. The winner of this game will face them tomorrow at 2 o'clock. It's halftime. We'll be back with about a minute to go on the halftime clock. Don't go anywhere. This is high school basketball on 446 Sports.
It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by 2 walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Walk On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
The fine folks at BK Distributors want to thank all the educators for weathering the storms, so to speak, through 2020 and beyond. Thank you for your dedication to our children. The end of the school year awards are now available. Any type of award, trophies, banners, plaques, they do it all at BK Distributors. So with school almost out, that means summer leagues are in full swing. New items, same great prices, and fast turnaround. BK Distributors, Highway 20 in East Pineville behind Arby's. Now, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Security Sporting Goods wants to tell you all camo is 50% off, and it's fishing season. In the red corner, it's Powerhouse Combo, Zoom, and Lose. And in the blue corner, seasoned veteran Abu Garcia. These 3 name brands will take care of all your fishing needs. Plus, Old Town Kayaks are coming soon. Need a handgun? In stock, Springfield, Sig, Glock, and Smith & Wesson at Security Sporting Goods, 2220 Memorial Drive, Alexandria.
From the second you step in our front door, we work with each client individually, taking the time to understand their unique lifestyles and their wishes and their needs. When we search through properties for you, it's more than just a number of bedrooms or a zip code. It's about your life, and that's what's important to us. We work with you until we find that home of your dreams. When we do find that perfect home, we walk you through the process from the first step of making the offer all the way through until closing day, and we hand over those keys. Let the Trish Group go to work for you, and let us help you find that dream home.
The following things are just plain wrong. Pouring coffee into a light socket. Dressing a 300-pound man in a tiny pink Speedo. And hiring an unqualified employee for your business.
Express Employment Professionals in Alexandria is here to assist you in hiring that right employee or helping you find your perfect career. Apply online at expresspros.com/AlexandriaLA.
In Central Louisiana, you might see me at the ballparks or soccer fields, or we might cross paths at the grocery store. I'm your local Farm Bureau insurance agent, your local expert when it comes to protecting what you love and depend on. I'm Jason Hawk. Learn more about how Farm Bureau insurance can save you time and money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK and let me help you protect your biggest investments. Real service, real people. Farm Bureau Insurance.
Back to Bolton we go. I am Doug Gann alongside Chuck Perkins, Darryl Brown on the camera for us today. And Oak Hill has already punched their championship ticket. They will play tomorrow at 2 o'clock against the winner of this one. Right now, it is the Lady Gators of Northwood holding a 27-15 advantage over a scrappy team from Glenmora and the Lady Wildcats. Going to be a big season for this Glenmora team. They are a feisty bunch. Every team out of Rapides Parish, I think, is going to have a solid season on what we've seen in basketball today.
Absolutely, and any of these teams would be well worthy of it, but it's neat to see how they get charged out, I guess, punch their ticket to go to the next one.
Battles in that Northwood offense come out. There's a three that is no good from Williams. But Allen is right there with the big rebound, the board and the bucket by Nakaya Allen.
Thought I heard a whistle there for a moment.
29-15 here. Northwood has the lead. Glenmora trying to get things going. They send Martin to the basket. She's unable. And you really don't need to come out and let Northwood get too much farther ahead of you here. Battles, rebound, coast to coast, banks it off the backboard. 31-15. And we saw Rihanna Battles last year just do such work in that playoff game, in that playoff run. And here coming up, making a play.
Nice block out.
Coming up, and that's going to be Glenmora basketball. Great work by Johnson into the backcourt to Yancey. That's right. Come up and block the pass. When they saw the Glenmora player Yancey get to the sideline, they just collapse on that. There's a ball that is knocked away, and just fatigue, frustration, all of that starting to set in now for this Glenmora team as Allen is there. That's going to be another foul on Branch. .23, that is Alexia Branch. Just look, I can't say enough. What we saw in that first game and what we've seen here early, those couple of blocks that she had, she is around the basketball defensively at all times.
Yes, and Northwood come out of the half looking very refreshed in the way they've controlled the ball and just driving down the court.
Well, you look at body language out there, and you see teams that are on the tips of their toes, and that's Northwood. And laying back just a little bit is this Glenmora team. But I mean, they've played a lot of basketball lately, and they're facing a very intimidating foe in this Lady Gators team of Northwood. Look, that's just intense pressure being applied by Williams. Going to the basket there, missing that. But Yancey fighting for her own rebound. Gonna go put this one up. Battles is going to be called for the foul.
Number 1? No, number 5.
Yeah, Battles whistled for the foul. Her second personal foul, first team of the second half. And again, we talked all day, Chuck, about points being scored with the clock off. This is one of those opportunities.
Yes, definitely is. And this is number 10. I'm trying to pull it.
Yeah, Natalie Yancey.
Yancey, that's it.
Misses that one. And missing off the front iron, that's that fatigue that we started talking about, not getting as much lift with their legs. That one is up, and she gets that one. Made the adjustment, got the basket, but again, off of the front iron.
Right. Yeah, I mean, and you can tell, she's usually much better.
There goes Battles looking for the three, misses that, controlled underneath by Allen, and she is starting to control things down in the paint. Outlet to Baltazar. She goes up, misses that one. Controlled out. Battles has it once again, going to make her way down the court. Little crossover there, going to the basket. We'll see if they're counting it or not. They're going to discuss that. And just for the heck of it, you got to count that. That was a beautiful play, and they do. Battles with the basket. Foul is going to be on Aubrey Martin.
Yep.
.12 points, looking for a 13th point, but Battles has really pushed the tempo in this second half. She did it midway through the second quarter, but this first couple of minutes here has been solid. Gets the and one. Does Battles. give her 13 on the day now.
They're back to a 19-point lead.
If there's a bunch that can get back into this, it's that Glenmora team. But you get too much further behind. And look, the intensity is there. And that's Alondra Williams with the steal and the score. It's just too much Northwood Lady Gators in this, and we knew coming into it that they were going to be ready. There's another steal. A little dish off.
There's a mishap on the dribble. It came off her toes, and that's not very good characteristic, or not a characteristic of this Glenmora team. They're usually much better ball handlers.
Well, the pressure that's being applied by Alondra Williams over there has been smothering. I've run out of adjectives to tell you how solid that defense is, but smothering.
And they are one-on-one with them. I mean, they have just matched up. Northwood has just come out matched up with them one-on-one. Missing the first one there, off the rim and off to the side.
Coming out is Williams. She'll be replaced by Johnson. And, man, this Northwood, you're going to see, barring some huge change, it's way too early. But, okay, so if you see that matchup between Northwood and Oak Hill, it's a defensive team that likes to get after it and score off of their defense like Oak Hill, and a smothering defense like Northwood. They're going to call the charge, and loving that. Look at there. Battles goes up and takes the charge, and she almost got hurt by her own team there.
Yeah,
they respond well to somebody jumping in and taking a charge, and that's great to see. So coming out is Natalie Yancey, and she's been phenomenal in this tournament. Zoe Johnson checking in for her. Apologize for the scoreboard wobbling up there, but these wooden bleachers, once they go to jumping on them and cheering, it tends to get things wobbly.
Bounce around a little bit. You'll probably see it on the game camera as well.
38-16, more than doubling up. Allen posting and going down low. Misses that one, but fights around for her own rebound, just doing damage in the low post. This three is up, and it is good. That's Sabrina Fisher. She gets the three ball, and it's Northwood pouring it on in this one. It's going to take a mighty, mighty run.
Yeah. Who is number 223 with Northwood?
Nakaya Allen.
And I've been watching her as she moves around the court and just orchestrates her way through, just almost like a surgeon. I mean, she just finds a way. She's right where she knows the ball is fixing to be.
I'm gonna make you a copy of the rosters tomorrow for the championship game. And I think it would be a tremendous shock if it's not Oak Hill and Northwood.
I agree with you there.
In this one. Foul.
On number one, a block on Northwood, number one.
There you have, that is Johnson picks up her third. Couple of players with 3 fouls on here. That's going to be the only opportunity, but I'm trying to stay interesting in this one, but this has been a really big performance by a rested Northwood team and a Glenmora team that has been all out. And that's the difference, not only the game, but the style of game that they play is intense the entire time, which leads to a little bit of that fatigue. Clock had not started again.
What is wrong with these people, huh? That's twice.
There he goes. They run off a little bit of the clock now to catch it back up. And there's Battles back up at the top. I will tell you that there's Battles looking for 3. Misses that off the front iron, knocked around, long rebound back out to Battles. Oh, good dish into Allen. Allen with a spin move, count the basket.
Oh, wow, I thought they got up and one on that one.
Would have thought so. Entry pass in, now kicked back. Baltazar's got it. She's going to the basket, no good.
A little short on those shots.
Northwood out and running again. Dish off to the near side is Fisher. Misses that one. Dips it over to Johnson. Johnson's going to get the basket. And it's been ballooned up to 27 now.
Oh, my goodness, yeah.
Tying the shoe, so not getting things going back yet. Now we're back in. Sub coming in for Northwood. And again, we only got the roster for the starting 5. We'll try to get the entire roster tomorrow. 45-18 in this one. What an explosive second half for this Northwood team. And trying to get it inbounds and unable to do so, but pulling it back out of there, Zoe Johnson. She looks to run the floor for the Lady Wildcats. Kicks it back out to Branch. Branch over again to Martin. Martin back to Branch now. Zips it over to Wells, back to the top of the key to Zoe Johnson. Johnson with a little spin move, and now she tries to go, and that ball is going to be blocked. But a foul on Johnson. That's going to be her 4th. And so you got to believe that they'll get her out of there pretty quickly.
Looks like somebody's coming in now. Number 1, it looks like. Maybe, nope, number 1 is out there.
Yeah, that's 3 coming back in there. Banks that one in. So Fisher will make her way back in. Championship game will be at 2 o'clock. We'll be on the air just a couple of minutes before. Go in there and follow our 446 Sports page so you can get the link to that game. Zoe Johnson goes in, gets the bucket following the rebound. So good work by that youngster. She is a 9th grader and getting some key time against a quality squad.
Almost a plan to miss the second one and go in and get it. But
on the line, they're calling that a 2, but it misses anyway. Battle over to the near side, controlled, worked inside to Allen. Allen kicks it back outside for 2. 47-21, 2:50 and counting. There's Baltazar. Good job of ball handling. She's going to try to get in there, slips, and the ball gets out of her hand, going back to Northwood. And look, it's been just a smothering second half.
Yeah, the Gators are getting ready to chomp, it looks like.
3 ball to the near side, no good. Allen controls underneath. She gets the board and the bucket. And it has been all Northwood in this second, really from the first quarter on.
And it looks like after that last bucket, Northwood's press is there, but they're not active on it as they were when they came out.
Another basket. A game that was 27-15 at the half has been a 24-6 outburst in the second half. Here in just the 3rd quarter alone.
Yep, number 3. Body pressed up against her there.
That will be the 3rd personal foul on Fisher. So Northwood had 27 in the first half. They've got 24 here in the 3rd quarter alone. And Fisher will come out of there. Battles will check back in. Again, the wobbling going from the side there. That explains the jumpiness in the camera that you're watching. Not a lot of stabilizing can be done there. Zoe Johnson going to the basket. Count the oh, they're calling her on the floor. Yeah, no continuation, no basket. That foul is going to be on Allen, and that's her 4th personal foul. So you've got Johnson with 4 fouls. You got Allen with 4 fouls, and a timeout is taken. Chuck, about the only thing that you start fouling some folks out for Northwood, but I don't see that you have scored 21 through this. It's just been a dominating performance. Only 6 points for Glenmora here in the 3rd quarter to 24.
Wow. An
18-point burst in the 3rd quarter. And I think the Oak Hill folks have seen everything they've needed to see. They're packing up and making their way out. Going to be a battle tomorrow at 2 o'clock. Again, we'll go on the air a little before 2. Oak Hill has already punched their ticket, and Northwood looking like they will be meeting them. I'm going to tell you, a Northwood Lady Gators Oak Hill matchup is one that you want to see.
That is going to be some two different styles you mentioned earlier. So I saw Oak Hill earlier. They're very much a press and run team.
Yes.
Northwood is very much a press, but they're not so much run unless they have an open run for it. But
once they get things going, that's Johnson again. She misses there. But that Oak Hill team likes to create and go to work. And this Northwood team just likes to choke you out. They just grind on you and grind on you with a smothering defense.
Technical, yeah. Girl ran out on the court. There's 6 people on the court. So.
Coach Cooper running all the way down to in front of the Glenmora bench to get that timeout called.
No, they got a technical.
6 on the floor, so they're calling the technical foul.
Yep.
Well, that explains the big run.
Yes. Cooper was trying to catch her, but she was already out there. So.
Again, big thanks out to all of our sponsors for making this happen. Wells to the line to shoot the 2 technical foul free throws, and then Glenmora will have the basketball. First one is up, and it's good by Wells.
Doug, do you feel all of this shaking going on up here?
Look,
are you just loving it?
No, look, I'm telling you, on this platform that we're on, and it's the elevated spot in here, and it's great, but it feels every shake that's going on, and anything above 5'6", I'll tell you that I have fears of.
I think what do you call it? An ant burped earlier, and I could feel that.
Absolutely. 51-23, 28-point advantage in this one. Glenmora with the ball. Martin's got it looking to the corner to Wells. Passes around, and that good zone defense is out there. Working away, and look, Zoe, I've been impressed with the play of Johnson since she's came in for Natalie Yancey. And it's been, Zoe is getting to the basket. She's penetrating. She's getting after it. She's going to be another one of those that you'll keep an eye on later.
Yep. And definitely will. This is an and one. I don't know. I didn't see the
No, she missed it.
She got clobbered pretty good.
Misses the first one. Yeah, just a lot of motor running for Johnson. She puts this free throw up kind of flat on it, misses it. Branch looking for the rebound.
And they get it.
And out on Northwood. So
they keep possession, rather.
A lot of scenarios for Glenmora to get back into this one, but
time is not on their side.
No, not at all. Moving things around is Martin. She's got Johnson there. Johnson misses from inside the three-point land and out and running. Baltazar going to pick up the foul. Going to the basket was Williams. She'll go to the free throw line and shoot a couple of them. Been a great tournament for this Glenmora team. We've seen a lot of basketball, but it's been too much Northwood Lady Gators here, and that's the matchup that you want to see tomorrow night is Northwood and Oak Hill.
Yes, indeed. And I was wondering how they were going to do the matchups with those games being played late yesterday. I thought the winner of those last two would be one of the semifinals today, but I did not ever see how they had it mapped out.
Yeah, when you had the teams that you had in it, of course, a couple got the bye, which caused them to play. Seeing what he's got there. Official calling I don't know if he called that a lane violation or what he did. Needless to say, 69 seconds to go here, third quarter of play. 52-23. Glenmora now trying to get it a little bit closer. There goes Martin to the basket. Two-handed shot is no good. Controlled by Allen. And out and running is Williams now. Williams with a jump stop jumper.
44.6 seconds.
54-23 as we wind down the third quarter from Bolton. Day two coming to a close here still have 1 quarter to go. Wells from the corner misses that one, and out and running. Look, I'm telling you, jumping into the lane is Martin, but this Northwood team looks to get the ball down the court as quick as they can, and now here goes the ball the other way. Wells working it inside, trying to find Baltazar. The turnover is there, and Battles out and running with 13 seconds to go. Dishes it off. Beautiful assist by Rihanna Battles. Hoisting that one up a little before she needed to was Wells, but 33 points is the lead as we get into the 4th period of play here in semifinal game number 2 in historic Bolton High School.
Yes, indeed, and just curious how this 4th quarter is going to, how they're going to manage this 4th quarter with both teams. There's no doubt Glenmora is going to come out and continue to press and continue to press forward, scoring as many points as they can. But what's Northwood going to do at this point? Because I feel like they have a really good stronghold at this point.
You know, they certainly do, and that brings up, that bodes the question. You don't ever want to come out and just let up by any means. You're going to get some of your younger players in there and mix in a good filter of young players with a couple of the veterans on there, so that you don't want a squad of 5 young players out there, because then you just have no continuity with it.
Right.
But it's a good teaching moment for Coach Sweat and that group to just come out and say, you know what, this is how we continue to work and to grind and to prepare. And Glenmora is going to come out of this tournament a little bit better than they came into it.
Yes.
And that's what you want to do in that 4th quarter, is just finish out that way.
There's no doubt. And, you know, every team that actually made it to the tournament played, even if it was 1 game. I mean, it's a learning experience throughout the whole thing. They should take something away from it and learn, hey, how can I become better? Why did they beat us at this point? Or I did really good. You did really good on these elements. What happened here, win or lose?
Indeed. So big shout out to all the folks. We picked up close to 100 new followers on our page.
Awesome.
And, man, that's great. You're going to be alerted anytime that we bring you basketball, then you're going to, anytime we go live with any sport, you're going to be notified for it right away. Yes. And so we welcome those guys. Went over the 4,000 mark in followers, and had about 800 as we started this started last year, so about 11 months in. Excited to see where this thing goes. Will Norris and the BWS Sports folks doing a great job of helping us be a part of that.
Yes, indeed. We appreciate joining up with Will and that group.
Turnover there early on, and we're back to the starting the clock early, and I like that.
And a couple of our sponsors that you didn't see commercials on was the Rapides Physical Therapy and Valex Federal Credit Union.
Look, Rapides Physical Therapy is such a great group. Anytime you need something, Sam Forrester and that group is there. Sam doing a great job with the Officials Association in Alexandria. We certainly appreciate everything that he does for our organization. And Valex Federal Credit Union guys, just, you know, our initial camera, their sponsorship went to. So we're so grateful. All of the video is because of our partnership with Valex Federal Credit Union.
Key elements.
Seeing Yancey back in the game, Natalie Yancey. Look, the post and had no idea, but the picture that we posted of her hitting the buzzer beater at the end of the 3rd quarter in that first game on Wednesday. Boy, that seems like it was there. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No.
Yesterday.
Yesterday, Monday, whatever today is. And
thank you. I was thinking it was Wednesday too.
And had close to 900 views of it. So a lot of sharing and a lot of folks looking at that. It was a good time. Too bad it was with my cruddy camera on my phone and not Chuck's, but we'll do that. I'm Doug Gann alongside of Chuck Perkins, bringing you the 4th quarter of semifinal number 2, 6:15 and counting. 31 point lead
by the Northwood Gators. And our man D'Lo over here on the camera.
Daryl Brown is in the house. Three-pointer up, and it's no good. Controlled by Glenmora, and they're out and running. That end of the game was Ross, Navia Ross, I believe. And if I said that wrong, I apologize for that.
That's
not the Ross part.
Oh, okay. I was
right. We've been there.
We've already been there. So
to the corner for Martin. That's a 2.
Oh,
foot was on the line. That's a 2.
Nice
Had
shot,
1 foot behind and 1 foot in front, but a great shot by Martin. Dare I say, gets it back to 29.
Yeah.
And Battle's content to hold the ball out front, running a little bit of time there. Cross-court pass to the front. No quit in this Glenmora team at all. Zoe Johnson scrapping around and doing some work. Martin's got it. She gets it back over to Yancey. Yancey with a cross-court pass. Gonna roll in. That's Ross for the basket.
Nice put-together little pass and shoot, I guess, from a bobble or a steal of a pass.
Under 5 to go here, semifinal game number 2. Championship, again, we've told you, it's at 2 o'clock tomorrow. Looking like it's going to be Oak Hill and the Lady Gators of Northwood.
Definitely looking that way.
That's going to be the personal foul on Aubrey Martin. Look, I'm telling you, look up and down this roster of 5 or 6, 6 or 7 actually, that have contributed for this Lady Wildcats team. But that starting 5 of Baltazar and Yancey and Wells and Martin and Branch have just have played so well in the last couple of days,
yes.
but overmatched today, on this day, by this Lady Gators team in Northwood that's led by some superstars in there. You see, I guess, 3 players ranked in the top 25 of the LGR rankings.
Right. And it's early in the season for girls basketball or for basketball, for high school basketball. And so this is really, really good exposure for all.
Yeah, Northwood rolling along, having a lot of success here in this one, in this season. Looking to make another deep run. And that's one thing we talked about in that game. Timeout, Coach Cooper's going to do that. We'll keep it, unless it's a full. Let's see what they're. Full timeout. We'll take a 30 here with them.
Okie dokie. This is 446 Sports.
The fine folks at BK Distributors want to thank all the educators for weathering the storms, so to speak, through 2020 and beyond. Thank you for your dedication to our children. The end of the school year awards are now available. Any type of award, trophies, banners, plaques, they do it all at BK Distributors. So with school almost out, that means summer leagues are in full swing. New items, same great prices, and fast turnaround. BK Distributors, Highway 20 in East Pineville behind Arby's.
Just a couple of games into this season for Northwood as they got started here. Looking back at their schedule, their first game was on the 18th against Marksville. They win it 75-39. They step up to 5A and play the Ash Trojans in day 1 of this tournament, and they beat Ash 45-27. And having their way with this team from Glenmora that I'm going to tell you is going to be solid before all of this is over with this season. We're going to keep an eye on this Glenmora team and would love to come out and do some Glenmora games out there in your own home stadium. We'd like to get to these places. We're going to look at take an opportunity. There's a steal by Johnson. Spinning around, getting this in, doing work, trying to get to the basket, unable to, but there's Baltazar underneath. She's going to get the board and the bucket. No quit in this team, and there's an inbounds turnover.
Yep.
They're going to give the ball back to Glenmora.
I will tell you this. You're talking about the Glenmora Stadium, or if you will.
Their gym, yeah.
It's actually a sunken gym. I don't know if you've ever been there.
I have.
And that's pretty interesting. The first time I walked in there, I said, this is pretty cool. It's an interesting navigation.
Going back to the basket is Baltazar. She gets her second consecutive bucket. Go ahead, Chuck.
I was going to say, it's just an interesting navigation to how it's set up, but it does keep your fans and stuff so off the edge of the court. So it's a nice little gap there for the players and for the teams and for the competition to be going on without worrying about people walking up and down the sidelines.
Good rebound controlled there by Glenmora. Losses early on to Hathaway, Evans, and Hicks. They lose their first 3 of the season. Get revenge on Evans, winning a big way there. Wins over Elizabeth and Fairview before a loss to Holden in the Plainview tournament.
Number 5.
Foul's going to be picked up on Battles. She will pick up what is her 3rd personal foul, 2.5 to go in this one. So a lot of games compared to just a couple of games. And then you saw in this tournament they've beat Pineville. Before that, Evols Charter they beat. Pine Prairie they beat before a loss to Lake Arthur. So
this is Glenmora you're talking about? Or? Wow.
7-5 on the season. Games coming up against St. Joe's out of Plocheville, Oakdale, Bell City. They'll get another shot with Evols Public Charter before they roll in district. Glenmora in that district with Grace Christian. They're in there with Country Day University Academy. Oak Hill is in that. That's going to be a great one to watch. Oak Hill, you got to believe, is going to battle for that. But look, 3 teams that we saw in this tournament: Country Day University Academy, the Lady Tigers, Oak Hill, and this Glenmora team that's in here. They pick up Monterey in that district also.
Yes. And I mean, there's no, looking at that schedule, there's no doubt to why Glenmora has made it to this semifinal round in this tournament today.
No, and what a tough district that is when you've got 3 teams that are as solid that we've seen in this tournament. There goes Zoe Johnson, coast to coast, unable to control and get that bucket, but collapsing defensively.
Yeah, she got in the driver's seat and was like, I'm not getting out of this one just yet. We're going too fast.
Checking in, Halen Smith, one of the juniors for this Glenmora team. Also in number 24, Samari Williams. Again, apologies for not getting more names on Northwood, but we returned in just the starting 5.
Yeah, I was going to say they tagged out Baltazar and number 12. I'm pulling a miss for that one.
So also Martin and Baltazar out of there. This one is controlled, going up with the basket high off the back, no good. Banging around, and Allen, and so Allen has stayed out there. She's going to go coast to coast.
And bodies her way into paint there to get that.
Under a minute here in semifinal number 2. It's going to be Northwood Lady Gators. Timeout there, looking to get number 21, Cadence Ware, into the game for Glenmora. Good to see that. All the subs are coming in that need to. And benches have been emptied in this one. Everybody getting an opportunity to play on some Thanksgiving week basketball championship tomorrow between Oak Hill and Northwood. That game is at 2 o'clock. It's going to be a good one. It's 2 contrasting styles. Physicality-wise is there for Northwood, but just a pesky gnat-like defense for that Oak Hill team, and they really create offense.
And I'll tell you what, Northwood is not as unpesky as Oak Hill either. They are all in your grill, all up in your face.
That's going to be 5 fouls on Allen. She's fouled out of this one.
So what a scoring run, and I mean, 41 seconds left. She's not a decisive player in this contest, but definitely for the team. So that's definitely something they'll want to look at going forward. Her being able to maintain that presence on the court and not fouling out.
Just that physicality, and you get a lopsided game like this, you can get a little more aggressive towards the end of it. 41.2 since Johnson to the line. She banks that one off, and like to see Northwood just hang on to it, but they're going to press and get to the basket, and that's some starters scoring down there. That's Johnson, who picks up the basket under 30 seconds to go. Speaking of Johnson, it's Zoe Johnson now that has it, kicks it around to the outside. Under 20. And fouling.
14, yep.
Second foul only for Williams.
And they have their starters still out there. That's kind of
good mix of the starters. There's a couple of starters out there that are just kind of sticking around and hanging in there. But again, the bench
is
doesn't
not
really
loaded.
go
Yeah.
deep here, so you don't have a whole lot of choice.
Right. And they may have just, hey, we're just Thanksgiving week. People may be traveling, couldn't commit to it because families, obligations to do things. So
again, these smaller schools, though, just don't have the numbers that other people do. There's a steal towards the end of it, going to the basket. And a good job of laying back by Northwood that time and not going up with a hard foul.
Yes.
Ross gets the basket. There's one at the buzzer, and that's going to bring this one to an end. Final score 60 for the Lady Gators, the Northwood 38. A game that was 27-15 at the half was all Northwood in the second half. And that's going to wrap things up. It's going to be the Lady Gators of Northwood tomorrow playing the Lady Rams of Oak Hill, the championship game at 2 o'clock. Going to be a lot of fun. From my man D-Lo making things happen. Appreciate you on the camera over there.
Indeed.
Chuck Perkins producing and doing some color analysis for us. It's been a lot of fun here. Appreciate the folks. Coach George from Plainview and Coach Keller from Bolton being hospitable to us on this one. We'll be back on the air at about 5 minutes until 2 tomorrow. We'll have a link posted early in the afternoon so you'll know where to go for that one. That's going to wrap it up here from Bolton, guys. It's been wonderful. If we don't see you again, happy Thanksgiving. God bless you all and good night on 446 Sports.